Hey there, and welcome back to 6 Overland. If you're into camping and overlanding like we are, you know the importance of staying powered up on the trail while exploring the great outdoors. Today, we're diving into the world of portable power solutions with a real-world, comprehensive review of 2 products from Bluetti: the EB55 Power Station and its trusty sidekick, the PV200 solar panel. Let's get to it. Welcome to the channel, I'm Grant, and if you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button. And if you're interested in some extra content and some free swag, like a 6 Overland sticker or a patch, consider becoming a channel supporter on Patreon. Now, we were contacted by Bluetti before a recent trip and asked if we would try out their EB55 Power Station to give it an honest review. Now, we explained that our planned trip was not just a weekend getaway and included some extended periods of time off grid. So they were gracious enough to send us also their PV200 solar panels to help keep the power station charged up. Now, we used both the EB55 and PV200 for a full month while we traveled and explored through Wyoming and Montana in order to give you a real-world review of this power system from Bluetti. But before we get into how they performed, let's take a closer look. Oh, and if at any point during this video you'd like to learn more about these or other products from Bluetti, just click the link in the description. Campers, overlanders, meet your new best friend, the Bluetti EB55 Power Station. With an advertised 2,500 plus life cycles before the batteries degrade to 80% capacity. At least that's what Bluetti claims. It boasts 537 watt hours, which equates to 24 amp hours. That's enough power to run small appliances, charge laptops, smartphones, cameras, mini fridges and freezers, and even medical devices like CPAP machines for extended periods. The EB55 offers a versatile array of output options, including AC outlets, DC ports, USB-A, even USB-C power delivery. This means you can power up to 13 devices simultaneously. It features a 700 watt AC pure sine wave inverter with a 1400 watt surge, ensuring clean and stable power for sensitive electronics like laptops and CPAP machines. You can charge the EB55 using a wall outlet, a car's 12-volt socket, or the PV200 solar panel that we'll discuss shortly. This flexibility makes it incredibly versatile. The LED display provides real-time information on battery status, input-output power, and more, giving you full control over your power usage. Oh, and there's a light. A really bright light. Moving on to the PV200 solar panel, this is where the EB55's off-grid camping and overlanding friendly side really shines. The PV200 is a foldable and rugged solar panel that's compact, efficient, and designed to handle the rigors of outdoor life. With high-quality monocrystalline solar cells, the PV200 offers superior energy conversion designed to maximize your charging potential, making the most out of every ray of sunshine. Its foldable design makes it easy to transport and store, unfold to absorb sunlight during the day, and fold it up when you're on the move. The back has adjustable stands to give you the best angle to the sun and an integrated zipper pouch to store the cables. It features MC4 connectors, making the setup a breeze. Simply plug in and let the sun do the rest. When we got into Wyoming, we decided to run a few unscientific tests to see how the Bluetti EB55 performed on a full charge with 0 solar input. So we connected every device we had that needed to be charged. DJI drone batteries and controller on here. We are pulling about 35 watts and we've been on here for about an hour and still sitting at 100%. for the Canon camera that we're using to film all our adventures. We've got a battery that needs to be charged. My wife's cell phone, which needs to be charged. I've got one of the new iPhones that has the power. So let's see if I sit it on here, will it take it? All right, so it is now charging. I don't know if you've seen one of these. This is a gimbal for the camera that we use. So we'll take these lithium batteries out of here and charge it with a lithium battery. What do you know? Plug those right into the charger, some FRS radios. And so we're gonna go ahead and plug these in as well. And we are charging. So kind of looks like a rat's nest of stuff over here, but I assure you, there's a little bit of method to the madness. One of these lithium batteries that I've had for our chainsaw, I can charge this one up. We've got a drill that uses these little lithium batteries, so we're gonna charge this up as well. All right, so with everything we've put on here, it doesn't seem like we're really stressing it at all. We kept it charged with the PV200 solar panels while at camp and topped it off with the 12-volt power from the Jeep as we moved from campsite to campsite. Good morning. Well, yesterday we pretty much drained the EB55 power pack to 0. We use this for charging all of our devices, any of the extra batteries for our cameras, the drone, everything. And I didn't want to take off without putting some power in this morning, so we went ahead and hooked it up to the 200-watt solar panels from Bluetti. And we're getting a pretty good charge on this right now, about 148, 150 watts with the solar that we're getting right now. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with this. All right, so yesterday we left you with an empty, drained battery. And while we were driving to this beautiful campsite right here, we ended up charging this up to 100% off of our vehicle with the cigarette lighter charger. Used it last night to charge some batteries and also ran the CPAP off of it last night. Good morning. So we've been testing out this Bluetti EB55 power pack, 537 watt hours. And last night we used it to charge batteries and run a CPAP, so it was pretty much at the bottom of its capacity this morning. But I wanted to test something out, so got it hooked up to the solar panels, and I wanted to kind of see how it would do, basically being at its last leg battery capacity wise, but also trying to power something that might be important. You know, I mean, if you're working on the road or something like that, you want to be able to have your Starlink up and running no matter what. And looks like it's doing pretty good. Starlink is basically pulling about anywhere from 23 watts to, 48, 50 watts. So it's going to kind of fluctuate depending on what you're actually pulling from it at the time. But with solar, right now we're bringing in 120 watts, and it's still pretty early in the morning, so the sun hasn't fully, brought out all the power that it can. So yeah, so it's pretty good. Going to be able to charge up and run Starlink at the same time. So, with something like this Bluetti EB55, main thing is kind of your own management of what you're charging, how you're using it, and being smart about it. And I really think that, as long as you're either powering it up with the solar during the day, if you're stationary, or like we've been doing, we've been plugging it into our 12-volt accessory power in the Jeep while we're driving down the road, powering it up to 100%, so that when you get to camp, it's fully charged. But yeah, I think this is going to work out well for us. Since we tried this Bluetti system out for a month, that gave us plenty of time to develop likes, dislikes, and some things that could be improved. First, we really think the size and weight of the EB55 is ideal for camping and overlanding. It's compact, and we really like that the handle folds down flush into the body, of the power station. We felt that it had plenty of power for the devices that we connected to it during our travels and never felt that we were lacking power or without the ability to charge. We liked the display. It's bright, easy to read, clutter-free, and gives you the basic information that you need with exact wattage coming in and going out. Now, I did feel the display was a bit too basic on the battery level display, which shows the battery status in only 20% increments. I would appreciate having a more exact measurement to better gauge device consumption and the remaining available power. Now, we were a bit confused as to why the EB55 was designed with a dust cover over the 12-volt outlet and the input power, but none of the other ports had the same protection. No review is complete without a little bit of criticism, and I'd say that one critique we'd have is something we've already broken on it, and I hate to say that. Whoops. And that is the little rubber flap for the charging. Little rubber port is supposed to stick here, but it's only held on by just a little tiny rubber thing, and it's already broken off. I would say that is probably my biggest little complaint, is that would have been nice to be something different covering that port. And then the other question is, why cover this port
but none of the others?
And none of the others? Like, that doesn't make much sense.
On that note, it's light, it's easy to carry. The solar panels, easy to carry, easy to connect. My phone charged like quickly. I like it personally. It fits really well in the spot we've put it in the Jeep. Yeah, I'm a fan, not gonna lie. 2 thumbs way up.
Now, for the PV200 solar panels, we like the built-in handle, the adjustable legs, the zipper pouch for the cable. It's lightweight, compact, absolutely zero complaints. As a matter of fact, our friends Brian and Emily have 2 PV200 solar panels that they've been using for the past few years to generate 400 watts of solar to keep their Patriot camper charged. It's definitely an efficient workhorse of a solar panel. So how did the Bluetti EB55 perform? We were able to charge every battery, our phones, our devices, pretty much everything in our inventory that needed to charge before that battery pack needed a charge. We could run a CPAP machine and charge a few batteries for 2 consecutive nights without needing a charge as well. And we could run Starlink for an entire day before running out of juice. Now, if you combine that with the PV200 solar panel, good sun, and a 12-volt outlet as a charging backup, and this power station is pretty much unstoppable. So now that we've had a chance to use the Bluetti EB55 power station and PV200 solar panels in the real world for a month, who were they made for and who would we recommend them to? If you're looking for a power source for remote work, for your computer, for Starlink, phone charging, or just to power a CPAP or entertainment for your kids like a portable power projector or tablets, the EB55 is just right. It has plenty of power for light to medium use and charges fast. Weekend warriors who need a power supply at camp will benefit from having the EB55 around, and overlanders who want a supplemental power source like us will find that it's the perfect addition to your overland setup. As for the PV200 solar panels, after seeing our friends Bluetti PV200 panels after multiple years of remote working from the road, I can say that these panels, they're made to last. So there you have it, a real-world extended review of the Bluetti EB55 power station and its perfect partner, the Bluetti PV200 solar panel.
For what we have been using it for, I'd say this is a win. Yeah, go Bluetti. Good stuff.
This duo has got you covered. Now, before we wrap up, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notifications bell to stay updated on all our latest videos. And have you used the Bluetti EB55 and the PV200 solar panels? If so, make sure to drop your comments in the section below, and thanks for joining. Until next time, happy camping, stay powered up.